up here. Hello. Oh, it's really nervous being on stage. I'm back there. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. Just before you head out, I want to do some thank yous. First I want to recognize two people who actually weren't in the playbill that did a lot of amazing things. First, Caroline Bacon. So I'll talk about Leo in a second, but he's our assistant director and he did all the lights, but Caroline's the one up in the booth doing everything and making sure that the lights actually go on. So let's give her a round of applause, please. And then one more person that I want to thank is Caleb Farwell, who again is not in the playbill either, but he did a lot of work, building the set and helping Leo out with all of that. So give him a round of applause too. The first bouquet, which I will take right now, is going to go to my parents. And they don't know that they're getting a bouquet, so where are they? Hi, guys. So these first flowers, this past year was a really difficult one for me. I just went to college. I'm a freshman, or I guess I'm a sophomore. And they were there for me through absolutely everything, and I'm very lucky to have parents who will listen to me at any time that I want to talk to them or read an 85-page play about 10 times. So I'm really grateful for them, or they'll jump on a plane down to Virginia whenever I need it. And so also, when I told my mom that I decided to produce this play, she was a little worried, like any mom would be, especially because I had a really tough year. And she wanted me to, take a minute to breathe and to take care of myself, because I tend to overschedule myself, if any of you know me. And, but when I decided to actually go ahead with the play, she was there every single day coming up to me saying, okay, what can I do to help? And it was absolutely incredible, and there's so many little details that I could list off that are there and made this production what it was, and it's all because of her, and my dad as well. So I just want to thank you both so much, because I love you, and you're both incredibly important to me, and you guys are the brightest lights in my life. So please come up and take this bouquet. Now you know what? I want to go pick up flowers. You don't want to come up on stage? What? I love you. Which I'm going to take, actually goes out to one of our assistant directors, which we have three, and her name is Meg DeMayo. And I want to talk about Meg because, first of all, Meg, she played Jane Anchor, so you all know who she is. Meg came into this as an actor, but she went above and beyond, and she was at every single rehearsal, and even when she wasn't even supposed to be there. And she was giving this amazing insight. Like Pam, Leo, and I, who are the other people on the creative team, we would just look at each other after she said something and we'd be like, okay, you're a genius. Let's put that in right now. And she, every single scene that we did, there's a piece of her in it. And there's so many things that I want to thank her for, but she's an incredible person. She's one of the kindest people that I know, and this production literally would not have been as hopefully amazing as it was. So, this goes back to me. I have a lot of notes, and yes, I do like to talk a lot, so get ready. Okay, the third bouquet goes out to the beautiful Pam Schreiber, who was sitting next to me during this entire production and holding my hand, because I was freaking out. And again, this production actually literally would not have happened without her. A couple of months ago, I was talking to her about this play that I had written, and I had submitted to a couple of festivals, and I told her, there's a very good chance I'd never hear back. I never heard back. And she told me, she was like, you know what? And first of all, she gave me a much needed confidence that she does almost every time I have a conversation with her, and she said, you know what? Why don't you just produce it? Produce it yourself, produce it through Thayer, you have the resources. And, well, that's clearly what I did. And so again, this literally would not have happened without her, but more than that, first of all, she teaches here at Thayer, so she has a million other things on her plate, and she was at every single rehearsal. She was with me through absolutely everything. She was there so I could call her in the middle of the night and be like, I have this amazing idea, let's put it in. or she would just be there to calm me down or tell me like, okay, Ally, you need to calm down. And I really just could not have done any of this without her, and there's so much confidence that I've gained from just simply knowing her and being able to call her a close friend, a second mom, and everything. So, this goes to Pam, so please come up and give her your pay. So the last set of flowers that I have are for the amazing and wicked handsome Leo Goldthwaite. Where are you? Leo, come out here, come on. Oh, you look so dapper. Ow, Leo. So this is one of my best friends, Leo, and he was the assistant director and stage manager and literally everything else you can possibly imagine. And the very first thing that I did when I started thinking about producing this was I texted him and I was like, okay, so I don't know how to do anything besides get actors up on the stage. Can you help, please? And that was probably the best decision. No, it wasn't even probably. It was the best decision that I made throughout this entire process because he has worked his butt off. I mean, he's been here at Thayer almost every single night until like midnight, just making sure that the lights were good, making sure that everything in the set was ready, and just above and beyond. And it's funny because we all knew Leo back in high school. We went to high school together. And he was this somewhat shy and kind of mysterious puppet master behind every Thayer Academy production. And I did know him all 4 years too because he was in my freshman year of Advisee. But now he's just like this fiercely confident, kind, and just incredible soul that I love so much. And this was an incredible experience for everyone, I hope, in the entire cast. But I think it was so much more than that for me and Leo especially. And in the words of Kelly Hines, it takes a very particular sort of courage, and you take those new open spaces with you forever. So Leo, thank you. Oh God, what am I doing? So thank you for having such an important part in making me the happiest that I've been in a very long time. And now, my last thank you, which I don't have a bouquet for the entire cast. It would have been really expensive, and I don't think my parents would like that. But it goes to every single person involved in this production, because you guys have brought me so much happiness that I don't even know how to thank you or put it into words. I wrote a lot in the playbill about how much this production has meant to me, but I want a chance to thank you guys all in person. When I wrote this play in December, oh God, jeez, I'm gonna start crying. Okay, when I wrote this play back in December, it was during probably the worst part of my entire year, and like I said, I had a really difficult year, and writing the marbles in our heads, it kind of gave me this outlet to not only be creative, but to remember the things that make me the happiest. And when I finished writing it, I thought that I couldn't feel a truer sense of accomplishment or joy, but I was beyond wrong. Coming back to Thayer and working with this cast, and this production team especially, it put life back into me when I was struggling to keep my head above water for a long time. So, every single line, every character, and every scene in this play comes from a different part of me, and a different part of my human experience. Just like one of the biggest themes in this play, this production and everyone in it has helped me find the strength to make my own definition of happiness. While I don't by any means have life figured out, I now know how, I know who, and I know where I can start in making that definition, and that is something I will carry with me forever. So to all of you, I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm never going to stop saying thank you. So, thank you.
What?
Will you turn my body mic on, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay,
These flowers go to Ally because, as you all saw, this show is amazing and she's amazing. And she is probably the most caring, sincere, and determined person I know. Always there, like, to help you with your problems. Like, always there to just, like, talk to you, have a good time with you, make you stop smiling on stage. She yelled at me every rehearsal. But Ally, these are for you because you are the best person I know, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, you want yours? Such demanding act.
I just wanted to say that in your whole life, I've never seen you work harder on anything in your whole entire life, and we only had 3 weeks of rehearsals to pull this off, and I think it came out better than I could have imagined. Like, it could have, so we couldn't have done it without you, so thank you so much.